I'm like one of those Pokemons that you never know when they're gonna pop up. So another little spontaneous live stream here. Normally I'm not at the studio at this time of day, but because my son has been doing like a practice work thing, I've been driving him every morning. Dwayne's here. Perfect. Glad you're here, Dwayne. I was saying at the beginning of the live stream that I'm like one of these Pokemons that just pop up and you never know when they're going to pop up. Great that you're here, man. How you doing? I see Clarissa is here too. How are you? Where are you from? Yeah, so my son is doing this work, this practice work, and I'm driving him. So I'm getting into the studio much later than I normally would. And then that's why I'm here at this time of day. Normally I'd be home in my pajamas. Oh, Mario's here. Hey, Mario. Nice to see you, my friend. Kako si, kako ide. Oh, wow. Clarissa's from the Netherlands. Excellent. Very cool. It's cool that now we have enough people kind of in this community that I can go live like a Pokemon anytime and we still get some action going. I see Dean is in the house. How you doing, Dean? Where are you from, man? Where are you from? Dwayne, how much time do you have? How long can you hang? So I really don't have a plan. I'm just kind of checking in here, popping in. I think this is my first live stream with an acoustic guitar in like forever. Normally I feel naked without an electric guitar, but now I thought, let's just pop out the acoustic guitar. Wow, we got Mark from the UK. Oh wow, a funeral. That's a lot of responsibility. Wow, how'd that go? I don't know if I'd want to do that. That's not a gig you wanna play the wrong chords on. You make it look so easy to play. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who you are exactly, but thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years, but there's still a bunch of songs when I try to learn them, I just can't play them, and then I feel like a beginner again. So that's really my message a lot of the time. It's just, you know, no matter what level you get to, you always feel like you're learning. There's always something to learn, right? Oh, I see. Netherlands is in the house. Maine, USA. We got more Netherlands. Very cool. Velko, how you doing, Velko? Velko from Serbia. Kako je, majstore? We got Gail from the UK. Those of you, if your image isn't popping up, it's because you're in the Facebook group. And the Facebook group, because of privacy, doesn't let me show your pictures. So if you want to actually comment and have your name be in the stream when you comment, then just go to my Facebook page or YouTube, and then those don't get blocked, okay? So Mario says, ide. Wow, how was the funeral gig, Dwayne? That sounds like a lot of responsibility. Vinog Mea. Okay, so we have two people from the Netherlands in here. Clarissa, how long have you been playing? So those of you who are in here, I see we got 22 people across all platforms. How long have you been playing the guitar, and kind of what are your guitar goals? I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. Oh, I see Tom is in the house. Tom down in Mexico. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm back at it. I was telling Dwayne I'm like these Pokemons. You never know when I'm going to pop up. I'm not getting tired of using that joke. Okay, so buenos dias, amigo. I can't speak Spanish, but if I could, I'd probably say something pretty cool and funny in Spanish. We got Miami in the house. Very cool, very cool. A very large community of guitar players around the world. I love it. So Dwayne just was saying in the beginning of the live stream, if you just got here, that he played at a funeral. And I was saying, wow, that's a lot of responsibility. 15 songs? Oh my God. Dwayne played 15 songs at a funeral. Man, you don't want to hit a wrong note. You don't want to hit a wrong note in that situation. I think any other situation, you could kind of get away with it. But if you're playing at a funeral, that's one where you want to hit the right notes. Okay, so yeah, I don't really have a plan. I thought I'd just come in and hang out, just talk a bit about what's happening in my life. So yeah, I've been getting to the studio much later in the day. And then I also have to go pick up my younger son, so it gives me like a 4-hour window to work, which is nothing. Okay, he says no wrong notes. Oh, nothing else matters. Very cool. That's a great one. That's a great one for beginners. Oh, I see Don is in the house. Very cool. Nice to see you, Don. A lot of familiar faces. Very, very cool to see so many familiar faces. Just bought a 12 string. Very cool. I think you commented about that, or maybe it was somebody else. Yeah, so the 12 string guitars, I think it's the same. All the chords are the same. It's just that your fingers have to get used to holding down those double strings. I've played them a couple of times, and for me, it feels very foreign and kind of uncomfortable. I like the sound, but I'm sure, you know, after a couple of days or weeks, it starts to feel more comfortable. Wow, Mario has already been around for 7 years. And you started with me 7 years ago? Has it really been that long, Mario? That's crazy. That's crazy how fast time flies. Are you still practicing as much? Because I know you were practicing a lot back in the day. Gail says 3 years, still can't play bar chords. Have you watched my bar chord video? Maybe Dwayne, if you could grab my bar chord video, just post it in the comments section, or if not, then just type in after this live stream Henry Olsen bar chords. Then I have a whole thing where I explain how to play them with more ease. You know, if there's more of you in here right now struggling, oh wow, Russia, hello Russia, I hope you guys are okay over there. I know the situation is complicated, but I love everybody. So yeah, bar chords. I could give you some tips quickly now. How many of you guys and girls in here would like some bar chord tips? I'm curious. I know Dwayne is already the master of the bar chords. Do you have a 12-string guitar, Dwayne? I'm wondering. I'm actually going to probably have to get one, you know, because I think I saw somebody playing Hotel California with the 12-string and it sounded really good. And I'm not sure if they're using a 12-string now that I think about it. And then I thought, wow, if I had a 12-string, I could really make that thing sound great. So who knows? Who knows? Oh, wow, a Taylor. Very cool. How do you like this guitar? Taylors are great. Taylors are great. I really like Taylors. I don't have one personally, but my friend Adam has a Taylor and he really likes it. He uses them in his videos. Shout out to Adam Rafferty. If you want to see a really, really great acoustic guitar player, type in, you have 3 12 strings. Dwayne is a wild man. Dwayne is a wild man. Dwayne has 3 12-string guitars. Yeah. So, yeah, Adam Rafferty on YouTube. He's a really, really great fingerstyle guitar player. Make sure to check him out. Shout out to Adam. Yeah, so here's a really, really simple thing that I recently learned that's so simple, but it made me happy to play it. I saw Steve Stein. If you guys don't know Steve Stein, a lot of you surely do. He's like a guitar teacher legend. Velko also says, we all having problems with bar chords. Play them on a different way. Yeah, I like to cheat sometimes too to play them. Instead of doing the bar chord, I'll do the small one. But anyways, let me do this quick little lesson that I saw Steve Stein doing, who is a guitar teacher legend. I love Steve. So it's just this. It's very, very simple. Horse with no name. So it's just this. Just a simple little move. But it made me so happy to play that because it's a sound I never did in my life in 20 years on the guitar. And instantly it gives me so many ideas for just kind of strumming, and you can recognize it. And it just sounds cool. So what it is just the E minor. And then you're just going to go with your middle finger up here and with this finger down here. And it's just such a simple little change, right? And then it sounds, all 6 strings sound great on both of the chords, right? So you can really experiment with strumming, right? So So no matter what level you're at, you can probably play along with me right now, I hope. I am waiting. I'm not sure what you're waiting for, Louise. Let me know. Looks like Louise is a marathon runner. Very cool. or some kind of a serious runner. I'm also a runner. I went running this morning, just so you know, but my heartbeat went to like, I don't know, like 165. I don't know, for some reason I'm just not, my heartbeat is going pretty high up, but I was faster than I normally am on my normal running route. So maybe that's why, because I pushed it a little bit with the speed. Anyways, Mario, I've been lately practice lead most of the time. Lead is very fun to play. I really love playing lead guitar too. Here's another one that I've been practicing to do for a lesson, and I still don't really know exactly how I'm going to do it, but that's one of my favorite things, is to have kind of a basic chord structure, or then just spend time with the music, working out what I like, what I don't like, what could I change, what sounds good, putting the guitar down, and then the next day picking it up, and then having a fresh idea, right? So, is the guitar well tuned? Does my guitar sound out of tune? I think it's okay. I think we're okay. So Angie, right? Just the chord progression to Angie, and also because it's so nice. You start in the A minor, then you add in this seventh here, right? And then you release it. So A minor, E major, and then you add in that seventh, okay? And look at how cool that sounds when you go from this kind of arpeggiated thing and then go into that seventh. It really creates something, right? Then a G, F. This is going to be a little bit tricky for the beginners, but in the lesson I'm going to do, I'm thinking about how I could somehow simplify this. But the way that it's going to sound really, really cool is to grab that F, and then here's the tricky part. With these two fingers, one string set down, release the pinky, open, and then into a C. Okay, and then a little arpeggio. And then look at how nice this walk down is. I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to do it for the lesson and everything, so that's kind of what I've been practicing today when I got to the studio. The second time, because I'm actually in the studio the second time today, because in between driving my son to his work, his practice work, picking up my younger son, it was such a small amount of time. Then I had to pick up my older son a second time, and then I said, okay, I'm just going to go to the studio now because it feels like I didn't do anything today. So anyways, I'm here for the second time, and this is what I was practicing. So A minor, into that E major, and then adding in that seventh, G, into F. Listen how nice that is. And then this walk down is one that you can always use from a C going into A minor, right? And you could arpeggiate it differently. I kind of chose to do this bass 1, 2, 3, right? I missed now, but bass 1, 2, 3, bass 1, 2, 3, and then into the A minor. But you could go just 5, 4, 3, 2, right? Or you could do a mixture, you know, and try to improvise that way. So just a lot of fun things that you could try to do with basic chords that you're already playing, okay? You guys like how that sound, you guys and girls? Oh, sorry, G into F. That's my favorite part there. One more time. You could play the F like this. So that's this little walk down. For you, Dwayne, that's the sus4. Going back, right? sus2, and then into a C. And then when you play these open 3 strings here, that's basically just a G triad, right? So see that? So it's that's an open G, right? And I'm still trying to get the groove right. I had the metronome out before, and I was listening to the original, trying to feel out the groove and how to make it sound good. But this is what I do, and this is what I really recommend you do. Anytime you're playing a song or learning a song, don't just watch the tutorial and try to get everything note by note. If you watch my tutorials, you'll know I always say this. Try to take the skeleton of what you're learning, the basic shape, and then color it in with your own color. Spend time with the music, So anyways, that's my little rant about that. So our friend, I can't read your name, I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much for analyzing the song Bell Bottom Blues. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. This is very cool, very clear and direct. Very well. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. Bell Bottom Blues is super. Yeah. Sounds like it's very similar to Hotel California, a lot of the parts. And that's also because they're just taking these chords, and also the first 2 chords are the same from Hotel California. The first 2 chords are the same. But they're also just taking chords and arpeggiating them, right? So I'm just improvising now, and as I play, I'm trying to kind of monitor, ooh, what did I like there? What didn't I like? What could I have maybe changed? Then sometimes I'll slow it down and think, oh, what was that? And then try to go deeper into something that I find randomly, right? I've been checking out a lot of stand-up comedians, because comedy, I switched comedy for the news. I don't watch the news anymore. I haven't for probably, I don't know, 4 months, no news. It's one of the best things I've ever done. And I switched out the news for comedy. So I watch stand-up comedy instead of the news, probably an hour a day. And I like to listen to interviews of stand-up comedians as well, because it's interesting to me how they come up with material, because they're artists as well, And then they also just go on stage and throw stuff out there and riff, right? And then sometimes they'll get a little spark of something that sounds good, right? They'll get a laugh, and then they'll take that back and try to improve it, and build it into their act, right? But you get your initial ideas by riffing, by just going for it, and then when you find something you like, try to go deeper, okay? So that's kind of my little philosophy there. 30 people, wow, that might be a record for a live stream. So, my friend Mario, how are you doing? Lessons related to guitar. How are you doing anything else besides lessons? Oh, do you mean with time? How are you doing anything else? Oh, yeah. Okay, anything other than guitar? So, no, not really. Lately, I've been working 7 days a week. And I say working, but I love what I'm doing, I had a huge chess phase, and then after chess, I went all in on guitar again. And I love it. And it's the newer things now is that I have a assistant now. Thank God. It's one of the best things I've ever done. And today, I actually hired somebody to edit my videos, at least the short form videos. So that means in the future, I'm going to be able to focus more on the community and my guitar playing and making videos, and have somebody else do the computer work, which I also like doing. It's just that it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, and my time is better spent playing the guitar and coming up with ideas and kind of steering the ship, than have other people that are very happy to do that other work, have them do that, right? So it's very nice and interesting for me now to have a team around, what I do, right? It's been really interesting. So yeah, that's kind of the chapter that we're at now at this phase of the journey. Dwayne's been with me a long time, and Mario, and you guys know I come and I go, I burn out, then I come back, then I burn out. So hopefully this time I'm going to be able to balance it all out. Yeah, what are you up to, Mario, other than playing the guitar? I do run, though. I run 3 times a week or so. I try to stay fit that way. And guitar, and then, of course, family, And actually, next week I'm going to Barcelona with my family, so I'm not going to be around. And now I'm trying to shoot videos so that I have some fresh stuff to post daily while I'm away, So I'm really trying to do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. I see there's a ton of questions here that I did not see before. All right. Ooh, wow. I like this. I'm very happy you like this, my friend. Okay. Mark says he's been playing for 10 years now and then come back to it. Okay. So he goes back to it. He goes away from it. Yeah. Happens to me too. Helping with proofreading your book, which is excellent. Oh, I'm very happy that you're saying that. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that the book helped. Joey says, how much do you practice guitar every day? Yeah. Okay. Dwayne says he likes the micro lessons. All right. I have to do one by one. How much do I practice a day? Well, it depends on what I'm working on. I'd say 2-3 hours, 2-3 hours, 2-3 hours. It depends on how hard the songs are. Cause typically I'll practice to record a song. First I have to find a song that I like and that I think is interesting enough to do. Then depending on how hard it is, I'll practice it for a couple of hours and then I'll try to record it. And then like a 20-second video or whatever, I'll probably spend 10 minutes trying to get the right take. Sometimes it comes faster. Sometimes it takes longer. Then I'll spend like 10 minutes on that. Comedians in the UK call it workshopping. Yeah. Anybody in here into stand-up comedy? It's a funny world. It's a funny world. And I swear it keeps me sane. I laugh every day. I spend an hour just laughing every day. And that's instead of the news. So news is out. And I am living in a bubble. I have no idea what's happening. But when I used to follow the news daily, that wasn't healthy and it wasn't serving me, And then comedy serves me much, much more. So I highly recommend checking out stand-up comedy or comedy in general. Just watch your favorite funny shows or whatever. Just anything other than the news is my advice. Yeah. So Dwayne says he loves the micro lessons. Thank you, Dwayne. I really appreciate that. They've been very fun to make. And now that I'm going to have somebody else editing them, hopefully I'll be able to pump out even more of them. And yeah, that'll be cool. Okay, Andrew, that's a familiar face. How you doing, Andrew? Canada. I didn't realize you're in Canada. Jay says workshopping. Yeah, workshopping. I didn't know workshopping was a term. But yeah. So let's see. There's a song by Led Zeppelin called Tangerine. That's good for learning walk downs and cowboy quarter. I have to check that one out. I'm sure I know it. I'm sure I heard it. Just the name I can't remember. Dawn says she hasn't paid attention to the news for years. Yeah. I went hard during COVID, and then also, different times in my life I kind of went hard, and it just did not serve me, And then you realize that they're just playing games. The media is twisting things. Comedy's much better. All right, my friends. How long have we been going? 23 minutes. All right, let's stay on another couple of minutes. If we get any more questions, do we have any more questions in here, you boys and girls? Don, what are you currently practicing? I'm curious what you're practicing. I'm just looking to see if there's any comments here that I missed. We all have a problem with bar chords. Play them on a different way. Yeah. What you can do, I'm not sure what level everybody in here is at, but, instead of playing the big bar chord F, you could just play a smaller version of it, which looks like this. And this is called the F major 7. But it sounds great, and you can use it instead of an F. And if you want to, you could also bar these two. And then that'll also sound nice, right? There's a song that I really love called Dreams from Fleetwood Mac. And then I think they do that too. That's a really fun one. If you go from this F over here to a G, but leave that open E to ring, sounds really nice. And then to add in a little bit of movement, you could then play that note, right? So this is another one you can add. So also on the F, you could do, that's actually the one that Hendrix used in Little Wing. Right, so anytime you're on an F, you could do this, you could do this, and same thing here. Yeah, somebody saying Fleetwood is great. Yeah, I can't believe that I didn't discover the song Dreams until, like, I don't know, 2 years ago. And it became one of my favorite songs. And it's just 2 chords. They're literally just going from F. And I think sometimes they have the open E string ringing. Great tune. If you haven't heard the song Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, it's one of my favorite songs. Check it out. Okay, I missed something now. Now we got a lot of comments. Okay, Henry Olson, I'm a Clapton fan. Can you do another video from Lady in the Balcony? I'm gonna have to. Let me know which one you'd like me to do. The easy ones for me to do would be the bluesy ones. I think there's a couple of blues tunes on there that I didn't do. The harder ones are, I think it's called Carry, which is like an acoustic thing with chords. That would take me more time. But I'd like to do more of those. Let me know which one you'd like me to do. Did I put that on screen? I think I did before. How often do you write your own songs? Well, that's a good question. It's been a long time, but I do have a song on YouTube called Stari Grad. Let me see if I can find this song. Okay, learn guitar with Henry Olson. Stari Grad, which means old town in Croatian. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so if you want to check out this tune later, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Can you guys hear that? I'll plop it. I don't even know where to plop it. Just remember Henry Olson Stari Grad if you want to check it out. Because I don't know if you can hear it now. Let's see. If I go back to... How can I see the comments? Can you guys hear that? I'm curious. Yeah, it's very mellow. It's actually the first time I got paid for music that I made. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off now, but if you guys want, check it out later. Let me just figure out. It's gonna get wild though. Let's get to the wild part. You guys can hear it? It's gonna get wild in just a second. Check it out now. For a slap harmonic there. Let's see, how can I get back? All right, so yeah, I hope you guys like that. So you can hear it? Cool. Yeah, so I got a little bit wild there. So what you can do is with your first finger, if you want to, you can slap can slap on the 12th fret, and then that'll give you harmonics, right? So the same way you can get them like this, if you don't know that, you can also with your right hand slap down and get those, right? Let me see, am I, okay, now I'm back. Sorry about that, you couldn't see me for a second there. Okay, so on the 12th fret, instead of playing harmonics like this, with your right hand you can slap. So anytime you're 12 frets apart, you can get these cool slap harmonics. Then in that crazy song, I was doing this. I can't do it now. But what you can do is you can do a harmonic, you can slap down, and then with these fingers you can play notes, right? So I can't do it now because I haven't practiced it in a really long time. But that's kind of a crazy technique that you could do. But then if you know the minor scale, the E minor scale, all those notes will work. That was the wrong note. But anyways, that's a crazy little technique that you can do. All right, everybody. So let's see, what do we have? Let me make sure that I'm not skipping anything here. Okay, so that was the comment about songs. Haven't watched news for years. Great, great. That's one of my life-changing things that I've been doing. Another crazy thing that I do every morning is I take a cold shower. Any cold shower takers in here? So Don says the intro and how John Denver played it. Which song are you talking about, Don? The intro to, let me know which song you're talking about. Fleetwood is great. Then add the thumb over the top to grab the bass notes. Yeah. So, finger picking is my new quest. Got your lesson, 90% down. Every breath you take. Yeah, that's a good one. And that's one that's really going to make you use your right hand to play around. It's a whole world. The finger style is a whole world. I feel like you could spend a lifetime on each of these worlds. One of them being electric guitar shredding. Another one just being acoustic guitar playing. Just standard, like Chris Stapleton, that kind of style where you're adding in a lot of cool embellishments and stuff. You can go deep into that, you know. Then another one is fingerstyle. Like all of these are disciplines that you could spend a lifetime really going deep in, you know. And I almost feel like you have to choose. Anytime I spend a lot of time playing acoustic, then when I try to get my shred stuff going, if I play acoustic for like a month and don't shred, it's like I lose 20 or 30% just like that. It's gone. And then I have to work a couple of weeks to get it back. And it's not even where it was, you know. So you have to almost choose a discipline and stick to it. Oh, wow. So somebody discovered dreams now because of this live stream. That's very cool. It's one of my favorite songs. I hope you like it as much as I do. Andreas, watching from Sweden. Sounds great. Thank you very much, Andreas. Nice to meet you. You're a new face. Nice to meet you. Tom says, sounds mellow. Don says, pretty. Thank you. I hope you liked it. I think it's a nice song. And I haven't played it. I don't even know how to play it anymore. Okay, what you're working on, I see. Oh, Rocky Mountain High. Yeah, I have to check that one out. I'm not exactly sure how that sounds. I can't play it now because then it's gonna, YouTube and Facebook are gonna block this whole stream. Anyways, that's the problem with copyright stuff. I can do it from my reaction videos because then they just demonetize it. But if I do it on a live stream, and because I'm also on Facebook and YouTube now, so if I do it now, they'll probably just kill the stream. So just a quick story about that song, Stari Grad, my first song that I wrote. One of my first ones and one of my last ones, because that was a time when I was super into acoustic guitar, but I also wanted to figure out how to make a living playing guitar. Then I had to really stop focusing on my performing practice and focus on my teaching practice. Like, how can I actually make a living? And then I had to really switch gears to teaching and creating teaching material rather than try to compose songs and get good and be a stage player. That's also a choice you kind of have to make. You know, either you're going to be a performing artist or you're going to be a teacher. So I chose teaching, and yeah. Anyways, but I actually got paid. That's the first time I ever made money, I think, playing guitar. Somebody found that tune, and funny enough, they used it for a funeral, I think, something like that, for funeral or something like that. He contacted me and said if he can license it or something like that, and it was like $20 or something. But it made me happy because the music was actually being used for something, and I realized, wow, I actually can maybe, you know, make some money doing this to make a living, right? That was the dream. That was the dream, and it still is the dream, and I'm happy to live the dream. And thank you for all of your support, all of you that have been with me throughout the years. You just discovered me. Thank you, because you're helping me live the dream. This is the dream. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. It's not taken for granted. I know that you could be in a million places. So thank you for choosing to spend time and hang out with me. Okay. All right, everybody. So I guess I'm gonna say bye now, but I'll be back. You know, I'm a Pokemon. You never know when I'm gonna pop up. Next week I'm gonna be in Barcelona. We're doing a family trip, but I'm still gonna try to have videos come out while we're there. And then hopefully I'm not gonna get too relaxed, because that's what happens to me. I get too relaxed, and then it's hard for me to get into my working gear again. But I'm going to not let myself get too relaxed and then try to start as soon as I get back again. Okay? All right. So thanks for hanging out with me. Dawn, I'm going to check out this tune. Thank you, everybody who hung out. I see Art's in the house. How you doing, Art? Nice to see you here. Art's a rock star in the Facebook group. And that's about that. Gracias. Thank you, Tom. If you want to go check out my song, Stari Grad. Let me show you the song one more time. Oh no, it's gone. It disappeared. Oh no, here it is. Stari Grad, the old town. 7 years ago. Oh my God, it's crazy how time flies. Anyways, everybody, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I'll see you very soon with another surprise live stream, and I will start scheduling them. It's just that life is too complicated right now for me to schedule them. But I will. It's coming. All right. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Adios, amigos.